both teams running rather similar compositions, but we do have the Wrecking Ball and Doomfist. Well, there's no more Doomfist there, but one-for-one trades.
Going straight into it, we have Joey Jr. taking down Decaf, but Prosto taking down Clue, which is perhaps a bigger pick on the side of the Golden Boys team, because they've taken down one of the healers there, which is of course bigger. Clue switching over to the Moira as both teams positive position. Klaus taking down Demigod on the attack there, and it looks like Golden Boys are just going to have to, well, Golden Boys are going to look to flip the point as No Potential take the point there. Joey Jr. and Tatsine taking down 2, Retrospect, the Anna being taken down, which is a very, very big pick there, as it looks like No Potential, even though losing in the starting thing, will manage to secure the point there. Decaf switching off to Genji and swapping here, but will manage to get the point for No Potential.
Yeah, so Golden Boys there with a pretty crucial early pick, but they were unable to really collapse onto any member of No Potential, and although the longer fight should theoretically favor Golden Boys, it just does not turn out to be in their favor. They just can't find the picks, and eventually No Potential's Mercy is just going to come back.
Yeah, as the sights go in from No Potential, Golden Boys jump in on the Hammond and Eva there. Hammond jumping in, doing the slam there. Won't get anyone, will get a bit of chunk of damage, which is of course a chunk of Volt Charge. Very nice. The Dragons go in and manage to get Retrospect, which is big pick. But the Nano goes in, see if the Monkey gets anything, as Clue takes down Klaus in the background, meaning no healers for the Golden Boys, which is a big thing. Tatiana taking down Beam, meaning Golden Boys are just gonna have to retreat and reconvene.
Nano Boost was invested by Golden Boys after they'd already lost a member on the entry, so the Nano Boosted Winston is very shiny and all, but the No Potential just back up, and they managed to parry back, and now Golden Boys are lacking in the ultimate chest. Not much having to be committed by No Potential besides the Dragon Strike. Although, as I say that, that's an interesting entry pick there for Golden Boys.
Posturing goes in, Posturing takes down Jerry Jr. as the boys invested and will get down Retrospect, which can even set the 1 DPS down to a healer is a very uneven trade. Clue getting down Beam and Tatiana getting down Decaf as the plan goes in. The overkill time will be contested by a bomb, which won't get anyone out. Prosto will get Tatiana in the background, which is very nice as the contest goes in. Clue gets down Klaus, which isn't good, meaning there's only a Diva on the point for the Golden Boys, and Babin, a little baby Diva on the point will get steamrolled as the ball comes in to contest. The beat is happening right there, and it looks like one hamster ball on the point isn't going to contest very well. The Genji comes in, Decaf is trying to stall it out, kind of putting a wee bit of damage to the Golden Boys, but will be taken down by Door as the entire point flips down to No Potential.
No Potential there, just executing better in terms of finding those picks, and honestly you can put a lot of that down to the DPS, who just managed to find snipe after snipe on the entry, and Golden Boys just couldn't seem to put it together.
But yeah, moving on to, is this Sanctum or is this Temple? I forget, I very get confused, but what sort of comps are we looking at here, Cactus?
Well, it looks so far like No Potential are going to be moving to the Orisa Hog Mei, although usually with that comp you see a Reaper, but Tastane is feeling the Widowmaker right now, feeling that snipe potential, and on the other side, it's Ghosts.
It's Ghosts, because we haven't got the 2-2 lock on this comp yet, and you know what, that's for the creativity benefit perhaps. We'll see how both teams shape up in this one match.
Indeed, and as Ghosts is prone to do, they will immediately run themselves onto the point, and now it looks like they've got a target of time.
Oh, but a very close Hog hook there. Nearly gets Retrospect out, but Retrospect managing to fade away just in the nick of there. The barrier going down, providing a second little bunker until it gets broken there. Hog hook going in again, not really getting anyone, but the Rain Wall goes off, not getting on again. This is unfortunate for the No Potential team. Will the McBabin, which is a big pick, means they don't have the damage negation. The Hog goes in, the barrier gets destroyed for Reinhardt on Beam. Beam getting taken down, and Jerry Jr. taking down Prosto in the meantime. Zasatsune taking down Claws, and it looks like it's just going to be a sweep for No Potential as the Golden Boys have to reconvene.
30% on the board there for Golden Boys, but ultimately, they rushed the bunker setup, and that's exactly what the Orisa Hog wants you to do. They want you to expend resources to close the distance on them, and then they just win the fight outright because by the time you get there, you've already been ground to dust by the amount of damage the Hog is putting out. And Tazstain off the side putting on pressure with the Widowmaker doesn't help anything. So Golden Boys, ultimately, they do get the first split.
Maywall going out, as well as Shatter, and both coalescence in both teams. Tatsani taking out Retrospect, which is a big pick, meaning that's entire ult negated right there. B goes out trying to start safe, but Clue will take down Beam in the meantime, and Door takes down the mech of Babin with the whole Hog there, which is a very big pick, as well as, the entirety of Golden Boys just falling under the pressure, which is, the wee Lucio there being sucked out by Clue.
A lot of ultimates invested there from both sides. You have the Coalescence and the Shatter invested by Golden Boys to start out the fight, but ultimately they weren't able to convert. The speed boost just was not there for Golden Boys, and in the meantime, Tazstain is just laying down the damage from the outside. You have a Blizzard coming up now for Jerry Jr., which will be countered by the Transcendence by Heat House, you would imagine, which should theoretically give the advantage. Oh, as I say that, no.
Blizzard and Bunga coming in. Transcendence to cover, but won't actually matter in the downwards, because when you've got Always-O with the one-shots there, the Widow's going to pop off, and Tatsine is putting in the work. We'll get 3-4 down there as Door gets a hook off on Retrospect, and it looks like an very fortunate stagger for Golden Boys there, as when you're facing a Widowmaker, the Transcendence matters not.
Yeah, Golden Boys just attempting again and again to force the issue with their ultimate, but it's really just not working out. The No Potential team are just making it a lot easier on themselves with their May walls and Tazstain in the background, nice and safe. And when you have a Widowmaker contested like that, as Golden Boys, you just need to be able to work your way towards the Widowmaker.
Double trade going in, but then Retrospect will pick up the pick on with the Coalescence. Frosto taking out Jerry Jr. While Jerry Jr. will take decap, Babin is going to take down Door in the meantime, and it Golden Boys are going to flip this at the very last second with every ult invested, which is exactly what you want to see if you're in their position.
Yeah, it is overtime. They do have to invest, but that leaves them lacking. They only have the Shatter coming up, and well, you were looking at quite a few ultimates on the side of No Potential, but they're going to swap it up here to try and press the issue with the Pharah. They realize the Widowmaker is no longer going to cut it on the approach. Tazstain moving over to Sombra.
Oh, and there we go with the Jerry Jr. getting down Retrospect, but Bean and Babel will get down both tanks for the No Potential team. Tatsani and Clue resing and taking down another to make it all even. In fact, swaying in their favor. Klaus will take down Tatsine, which means it's all even Stevens as everybody pushes in. It's a very close fight here as the Pharmacy is pushing on the point. Zarya and D.Va are trying to make something happen here, but with both healers on the point, that means they can sustain, they can get the percentage up as the damage comes in, and it looks like both teams are staggering in here, trying to make something happen. Coalescence goes in from the GOAT side, and as well as the B and the whole Hog from the one team, as well as the Barrage, which gets 2 down, both tanks going down from the Golden Boys, which is amazing work right there. And it looks like Tatsina is going to get decapped in the background as the res goes in, even though the B just to stabilize it, just to get more percentage ticking up. Is it going to work? No, it's going to get Retrospect down, and B going out in the background, which is very unfortunate. Klaus, the only one stalling on the point, will get taken down by Jerry Jr., which is huge. There's just one Reinhardt on point, and Bean, unfortunately, an uncontested Reinhardt is dead Reinhardt, as well as Zarya, and it will look like... Oh! No Potential will take the map.
Indeed, it was looking good for Golden Boys there, because the weakness of an Orisa Hog composition is that it is difficult to approach a point because you have that static shield that you can't move. You have to invest in a cooldown every time you want to move up, but No Potential just absolutely playing to their strengths there, which is that once they take ground, it's very difficult to dislodge them, and although theoretically the GOAT composition should be able to run over a bunker composition like that, it just did not transpire for the Golden Boys, and No Potential with the swap onto the Pharmacy just made it really difficult for Golden Boys to deal with them. And with that constant damage, it's not long until you get the Barrage, and once you have Barrage and no support ultimates, it's GG's.
Absolutely. Pharmacy so strong against Ghost. If you can make it happen, that the Diva is the only counterpoint you've got to that. And when you've got Pharmacy shelling in and the Diva cannot contest the Pharmacy, that's unfortunately, as they say, a GG.
All right. Well, we will be moving on to Temple of Anubis, which will be selected by the Golden Boys here, as they did lose out on that last map. So it is loser's choice here. Temple of Anubis is an interesting one. It's one of the oldest maps in the game, but it's very prone to very interesting strategies.
It is, absolutely. You know, you get to see a lot of Widow play on this map, but also similarly, you get to see a lot of Bunker, perhaps, if they're into it. But also, Junkrat comes out in force, as well as Symmetra, for locking down that left room on the approach, right room on the defense. And, you know, it's all about that rotation, whether you can hold it, whether you can execute it effectively. And we'll see how it goes down.
Indeed. So it looks like both teams are just looking to get set up here. So let's talk a little bit more about the Widow and these bunker compositions you mentioned. So when you have bunker, theoretically you should be fine against a Widowmaker. There's not that much shield break in terms of like Widowmaker does do a lot of damage, but you kind of need to hit those headshots to really put in the damage. And unfortunately, you can't really headshot a shield.
Yeah, you can, but you know what? When you're facing an Orisa, you've got that shield down for, what is it, a 10 to 8 second cooldown. And when that's a static placement, if you've got a grapple up and you are feeling confident about your aim, you could do the wee grapple there. And, you know, even if you're just smart about it and don't have to grapple, you can walk around it and get that sight line. And as long as you get 1 second out of that, out of the sight line of the shield, you can get a pick.
Indeed. So we're looking over to the Golden Boys here, and they do have themselves a hit scan, and they will be attacking first. In fact, it'll be Prosto who will most likely pick up the Widowmaker. And Decaf is a known Hanzo player, so if the double sniper does transpire, those double angles, the pincer maneuver, can really pressure out a bunker composition that isn't played well.
And especially rework Hanzo with the Storm Arrows. If you coordinate well, the Storm Arrows can take down a shield for long enough, one of them to get a pick, and that's the big thing. In Overwatch, one pick means 1-1 fight.
Indeed. On the other hand, though, you have Baptiste with that Immortality Field, a well-timed and well-placed Immortality Field can just absolutely negate snipers for a short duration of time. As the name implies, you just can't die. And Baptiste just puts out a lot of healing, and yes, a headshot will kill, but you know, in a game as fast-paced as Overwatch, it's very difficult to land those headshots, and so if you're relying on body shots, it can be difficult to sort of break that bunker.
Absolutely. And you know, whenever I read the name the Golden Boys, I'm reminded of the Golden. Is this just a group of grandpas sitting here being like, oh yes, we're gonna hit a lot of headshots right now. And I'm very entertained right now.
You can continue to be entertained by that mental image there, as well, you still have about 10 seconds until we see what No Potential really want to run on this defense. They could run their own sniper composition, as they did on Busan, and, you know, just take the head-up DPS duel, and it looks like Ghostly and Tastain will entertain that prospect with the double sniper of their own.
As well as Decaf and Prosto on the other team. So this is looking a very even thing here, with the Ana Mercy versus the Ana Lucio. You know, both teams, the attack being the dive tanks with the Ana Lucio, the defense being the bunker Diva with the Ana Mercy. So we'll see how that works out for them.
Indeed. So it looks like Team Golden Boys it looks like the game plan is to dive onto a target of choice. I would recommend Clue. But the problem is that D.Va is actually both good in dive and good to counter dive, because you have the defense matrix to prevent a lot of damage from going through onto any dove target, and you have that boost to sort of boot people back. But as we see here, dive looks like it's going to come through, maybe not.
As they come in, the dive taking a lot of damage from that spam, and you know the bunker puts out a lot of spam damage, which is great. But the dive team going on to the high ground to reposition there, unfortunately for them. But the Hanzo Arrow going in, sighting out what they're going to do, and we'll see that as the entire team rotates to try and accommodate that. Both teams posturing now for position. Dive will go on to Hanzo. Hanzo jumps out, but everything as the Mercy jumps out as well. The Widow is going on from the gate there to try and get that crossfire. Will get down Ghostly, which is amazing for Frost, though. You have to commend that aim right there as, you know, both... Oh, Neon will res Ghostly as Tatsianen will get down Decaf and Frost. I mean, the entire DPS thing is down. Beam will get down Dummy God, but with 2 DPS down, how are they going to take this point? You have to wonder. We'll see whether they manage to get it through. As the Nano goes on the Monkey, will go down on Tatsine, will kill them. Unfortunately, as the dragons go off, won't manage to get anyone, but will isolate the team there. Beeman gets purple, Baben gets purpled as well. Door will get taken down. Ghost will take down Foster on the recontest. Unfortunately, it looks like Beam will take down Door, and there's just a wee Anna on the point. Purple's Beam, unfortunately, but you know what? Anna Lucio, Anna will take down Winston, which is big, and will sleep the Lucio. You've got to admire Clue in this moment. Well, Nano Demigod as well. But this is an amazing thing from the Anna there. That's an amazing. You've got to admire the skill. Tatsina will take down Bean, and Demigod will take down Clouds. Clue finally taken down by Decaf, but Demigod gets the return, and the res goes off, and Clue. Really, in my mind, a survivor there. As Katy Perry would once say, I'm a survivor, and she's gonna get ya.
You know, Clue should have been dead to rights there. The Winston on the Ana is just a matchup you have to give to the Winston, but because Clue nades himself and then moves over to the mini health pack, basically full health right there, and you know, you didn't have the D.Va to follow up, and now an amazing opportunity there for Golden Boys essentially goes to waste.
Yeah, D.Va, Decaf getting the Hanzo was Ghostly, you know, getting that headshot kill. Ghostly will be res by the Mercy, but that's a res that's not in play anymore. As the dive goes onto the Widow there, will force the Widow out of position, but Widow going on to the main wee hub there. Tatsina will get down Decaf because that's what happened, but the Nano Monkey goes in, will get down Retrospect, which is big. That's the main healing source. As the Angry Monkey goes in, purple, but will manage to disable that purple as 2 Angry Monkeys are in a slap fest. The Nano and the Beat will go off. Will get frozen though, unfortunately for Beam. And as the Angry Monkey slaps in, try and get some space there. Ghost freezes out as Demigod comes in. Prostrate will take down the Hatsune, which means the Widow Jewel is 1 for the 1 team. Demigod, Clue will take down Babe and Mech. And Ghost will take down Babe in the meantime. But is that Winston gonna survive? Who knows? Ghosty is gonna get them Nano and put in the Blizzard there. So the point is entirely protected for the next 10 seconds, and in a 30-second match, taking down Decaf is huge. Foster will take down Ghostly, but you know what? This is a big thing. Neon raising Ghostly as well. So in the 30 seconds, how are you going to take this as the Golden Boys?
You have a few ultimates available to you, but honestly, the really crucial ones, the Sound Barrier and the Primal Rage committed in the last fight, thinking that you could win that out, but ultimately, the problem is Neon. The Mercy just so mobile, and without being able to pin down that Mercy, ultimately just very difficult to win out a fight in the long term.
Bomb going in, Decaf gets Door, Tatsina gets down Clouds instead, and the bomb goes in from the Golden Boys, as well as the Dragons. Won't get anyone down, but Foster in this confusing which is big, and Nano Monkey goes in for Bean. Bean jumping after some poor Anna as well. Clue finally taken down in the back line, but the Nano Monkey goes in for Baben from Demigod, and will get slept on the point. Door on that monkey, on that hamster. Will be slept, and as well, it's just everything contesting here. Retrospect being taken down finally, so both teams without their Anna, but Door getting slapped around. Monkey hacked finally. Tatsina being slapped to death, and it looks like Golden Boys in the last clench of their dying throes are gonna take this first point.
Ultimately, what really sort of delivered Golden Boys that first point was the nano boost onto the Winston. They finally realized that they need to pressure the issue on point. They need to just take the space that they can and not overextend into the tiny little cubby where Clue is just going to anti-nade them and the Mei is just going to freeze them and disable them. So now a complete swap up here from Golden Boys as they attempt to crack open the with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds to clock.
Yeah, both teams going for that May Reaper. However, the choice of supports is the difference here with the Moira Lucio going against Zen Batiste there, which is interesting to see. But as we will see, both teams posturing on the point here. Beam getting that thing, however, will be walled off as the Blizzard goes in. Will get Beam out, will get Beam killed, unfortunately. Will it get the D.Va killed? Will it get the D.Va demech? It will indeed, which is very, very unfortunate. But you know what that means? No Potential will have the entire contest at this point as they chase down the Golden Boys. And they will force them off and maybe, hopefully get a bit more ult charge if they do so.
There's a very narrow window here available for Golden Boys despite losing that last fight where they have a lot of ultimates coming online and really you'd hope that they'd be able to pressure the point here with that sound barrier and the support ultimates that they're running here that should, in theory, once they get on this point, give them enough leverage to at least get some capture progress going here. And again, we see Taztane flanking on the back. There we go.
Brilliant wall going off from Ghosty there twice. The door window, the painful window goes in, as I like to call it. The immortality field as well, being Presto will to envelop things here. Frosto caught in the middle of the Blizzard, will get taken down. Frosto takes down Glowsly in return though. Decaf taking down Patsiine in the return. Bomb goes out, will he get anyone? Unfortunately no, take down the shield of Demigod, but the trans goes out to save their entire push as Klaus is isolated. Lucio though is a very nice, unfortunately taken out by a good shot from Clue there. Decaf trying to freeze people out, but in the immortality field not going to work too well as they get punched out by Dawn. Tatsiine will take down Baben as it looks like No Potential are going to hold this point.
I mean, Golden Boys and overextending into small little cubbies name a more iconic duo. Ghostly there with the Blizzard just absolutely caught Beam off guard. He did not have to fortify to get out of it, and Taztane capitalized on that with a Death Blossom that got low. As we're seeing frozen, but you know it is a lot of pressure on the healing resources, and now
Coalescence goes in as the wall goes in as well. Die goes in, but will get being the entire press here as the Blitz goes in as well. Will take down as the Death Blitz goes in. We'll get down 3, which is huge. The bomb won't get him down. Presto is putting in the work here, even though the power matrix goes in. Team kill's going to happen, and it looks like Golden Boys are going to take the point in the last possible moment.
That was absolutely huge there. The May Blizzard just goes down, blocks everybody from No Potential in place, and then it's easy pickings for the Reaper. Immortality field just does not stand up to a lot focused fire, especially from that Death Blossom. So ultimately, it will be Golden Boys who cap both points with no time remaining in overtime. So No Potential, if they want to take this map, all they really need to do here is cap with more than a minute, and they will be guaranteed at least a draw and at best a win.
Yeah, so, you know, pressure, not pressure's on, but, you know, you've got to be thinking here, if you know Potential, you're like, right, what we've got to do is we've got to at least cap 2 points. How are we going to do that? Are we going to dive them hard? Are we going to force them to react and then try and get that reaction? But if we're not, how are we going to take them on? And, you know, as we're seeing the comps come through, how exactly do you think No Potential are going to take Golden Boys on?
No Potential seems to really like to rely on their DPS ultimates, or their DPS in general, rather, not their DPS ultimates. Ghostly on the May was just such a big deciding factor on their point A defense that ultimately drained all of the time that the Golden Boys had for their attack off the clock. So ultimately, I'm going to be looking to the DPS combo of Taztane and Ghostly here to provide them with point A. The pickoffs, they need pickoffs here. And as my vocal cords decide to pick off my dignity there, we'll have No Potential go on the attack here, and Team Golden Boys are actually going to give them the respect that I think that Taztane and Ghostly deserve here, and
Absolutely.
Move over to the bridge.
Demigod going on the point to try and get a tick up. Klaus will contest, but only just, and that's a very You're very split comp there, and that's exactly how you want to play it for the pressure. You know, you're saying you don't get on the point, we will take the point, and Beam being purpled, which is huge. Demigod, trying to capitalize on that, but Door will get demeched in return. Very, very close there. Prosto will take down Door, the baby diva there, and it looks like Demigod will be taken in return. The Hanzo arrow will see out that Widow, and Tatsine will be Tastain, unfortunately, will be taken down, as well as Clue, both to melees, and it looks like the No Potential are going to have to reconvene.
They do reconvene, but at the very end, they're Ghostly with a crucial demech onto Babin. Will not have enough time to farm up the remech there, and Door switches over to the Sombra. So you only have the ball here in terms of tanking presence, and you're looking at 3 DPS.
Already you can see Decaf trying to, you know, Sombra spot. Beam will get hacked out, unfortunately. The Sombra spot. Door will translocate away, but will put that pressure on, as well as the ball coming back into the backline. Omigod, both Omigod and the Door there on that mega health pack, which will be double trouble. Beam getting out Clue though, which is a huge pick, and Foster taking out Neon, meaning both your healers are down. How are you going to push that with no healers? You know what? No Potential is going to be like, oh dear, oh my, we are going to have to reconvene and just posture for position.
Tastain, very, very sneaky here, has not been spotted out, and this could be the crucial opening pick. But in terms of that last fight, you know, No Potential taking a little bit too long to get their DPS into position. Oh, that is a huge
Dragon Strike will big, as well as Demigod taking down Prosto and Beam, Tastain, Demigod taking down Retrotech. Baben will take down Ghosty in the meantime, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Maybe on the point, and Tastain will take down Baben, which is huge for No Potential. That entire Dragon Strike winning the fight right there in that single moment.
So ultimately, Golden Boys just were very clingy to that one bridge position, and no Sonic Arrow required. Ghostly knew that, and just threw in the Dragon Strike, wanted to sow chaos, ended up getting 2 kills, and that's the go button there for Tastain and the rest of No Potential. They instantly pounce, and it's just absolute chaos, and ultimately that favors No Potential and their triple DPS bomb.
Absolutely, if you're No Potential, you got to be that one. As they storm onto the point there, Ghosty balling, Tane going in the background. Nana goes on to the Reaper, won't get anyone right now. Baben getting demech, will put the bomb in as the mines go in. The Dragon goes in from Prosto, will get taken down by Tastain in the background though. Decaf has that Blizzard. Tastain gets down Retrospect though, which isn't looking good. Door will get down Beam, and Neon will get down the thing. Oh my goodness, the hack goes off on Decaf. Decaf flying on a 25%, will get taken down by Tastain, and Baben getting soundbarriered out. It looked like this is an amazing push, denying those ults, denying that push. Beam will get in, but will get hacked by that Sombra. That's exactly how you want to play the Sombra. Retrospect on the Death Barrier going out, Death Weapon going out. We'll get Retrospect out, and oh my word, No Potential playing that perfectly with the Sombra there.
No pun intended, but ultimately, because you only use the Dragon Strike to crack open point A, you have amazing snowball potential onto point B. And speaking of snowballs, the Sombra pick just completely denies Decaf the ability to throw down the Blizzard, get that stability. The Blizzard is a very space-making ultimate, and ideally you do want to get some picks with it, but ultimately it does command a lot of space, but Decaf was just unable to use it, EMP'd, hacked, and just focused down by Team No Potential, and Golden Boys just reeling from that attack, honestly.
It was absolutely beautiful, and you know, but if you're playing the Sombra, that's exactly how you want to play it. You see the Mei, you see command over her abilities, and you're like, you know what? Let's deny that. Let's completely deny that through the hack, through the EMP, and let's just win.
Indeed. So now Team No Potential in prime position here to cap point A. They only need 33%. They've got 3 minutes and 13 seconds to do it.
Yeah, and with the trip DPS again, they're just looking to overwhelm Golden Boys here. Golden Boys going with the 2-2-2 with the decaf on the Mei.
This composition is pretty well rounded. You do have that sound barrier in terms of sustain, and to sort of like keep yourself alive if the situation gets hairy. But Door, yet again on that Sombra, will make it difficult to use that effectively, as an EMP can just wipe away that sound barrier. Team Golden Boys, they're playing in the exact same position. We know how this went last time.
And so we're going on the point, will get forced out by Klaus there, but the ball coming in won't get anyone, unfortunately. Will just displace, but in displace is a big thing. Ghostly being hooked there by the Holt as Klaus looks for the thing, being Sonic arrowed, but will Taztane getting booped out, but has an amazing position there to boot people out, to get those one-shots. Will get taken down by Respect, which is unfortunate, but the entire point goes on as Domigod gets down Prosto, will get frozen, will get killed by the Coalescence and Baben there, but the Coalescence needs to be invested to keep that point, which isn't big, which is big, but, you know, it's big for the other team. Baben will get slept there, and it looks like even though no potential of reconvening, it's in their favor.
It is in their favor indeed. Prosto still about halfway away from the point door. Far out there looking for the spawn camp, but sort of misjudged that timer, so we'll have to work her way back there, the Sombra.
Oh yeah, and Domigod going after Klaus. Klaus will escape, unfortunately, but we'll go back, surprisingly, as Door goes in back for the point, as 2-2-2. Klaus will get down Door, unfortunately. That's a good Lucio play right there. It's exactly what you see. Domigod has to retreat, forcing there the fight as Tani will be taking a lot of damage. They try and get that pick, but unfortunately won't be able to get it due to the pressure there. The Hanzo will go out. We'll see a lot of people as they do so, but you know what? It's not going to matter, as No Potential are going to have to reconvene.
Ultimately, what the difference here is for Golden Boys and their improved performances, Klaus has been chasing down these threats on the off angles. As we see here, Klaus is just going after Door, preventing the flankers from really getting anything done. That's just really stellar Lucio play there. Especially
as we see Prosto and Decaf getting both, both threats down there immediately, Golden Boys are immediately seeking these threats. They're going right with these on a point. Whoever can go against them, and they are going against them, and they are getting exactly that threat. As the Dragons go in, we will see how it works. Domigod getting down Decaf, as well as another threat, as Decaf, Prosto going down. Coalescence goes in, but will get taken down by Taztane. That's an amazing pick right there as the B goes in. Domigod takes down Beam, and the EMP goes in. Will get down Klaus, unfortunately, as Ghosty takes down that. Prosto will take down Neon in the same deck, but Door will take down Baben, and the point gets picked.
No Potential were waiting all of that time, all of that 3 minutes to build up Ghostly's Dragon Strike, build up that minefield, and just dump that on the hard point that was Golden Boy's defense. And once that happens, there's no answer that you can reliably count on, as the Sombra EMP can just delete that sound barrier, which would normally be your answer for that kind of attack. So just really well played there from No Potential. They did not panic. They built up their ultimates. They knew what they needed to accomplish in order to break open that point, and they executed perfectly.
Absolutely. When you see what your win condition is, you say you've got 3 minutes on the clock, you're like, okay, well, we've got 6 heroes. Let's just build ultimates, and here's an ultimate that we'll win with. Here's the rest of support it, and let's just go in. And that's exactly how you want to play it from, the Golden Boys, and that's exactly how they played it.
Indeed. So we'll have to see what map Golden Boys decide to go take us to next. And we do have a substitution here. Ghostly will be subbing out for Jerry, who we saw in the first map, and it'll be King's Row for the Golden Boys.
Beautiful.
King's Row is a traditionally Rein Zarya map, and I don't really expect to see anything different from the Golden Boys on their attack here.
I mean, I don't know about you, but my team used to call it the Goats Row. We also used to call it Kinks Row, but that's by the by. We used to call it Goats Row because Goats just works on this map. It's a very strong comp. Any high ground is completely negated by a D.Va play with a Zarya backup. So we'll see how both teams play it here with, the one team running the Goats before, and obviously it's going to be a question of what comps they're going to run, whether they're going to both run goats, or whether they're not, whether they're going to go up for that 2-2-2 lock. So we'll see how it goes.
Indeed. So we're just waiting here for both teams to be ready to, get things sorted. But I think you have to look to Golden Boys and ask yourself, really, besides Klaus, who here needs to step up in terms of sort of individual play? Because it seems No Potential is, running strategies that rely on that individual play, and it's working out.
Yeah, and when you're focused on what team member will put the plays in, that's very stressful. It's very dependent on who's going to do what. And as a team member, the pressure gets on. You're worried there, but we'll see how it works out, and we'll see how people step up to the bat, because both teams are firing on all cylinders here. But we'll see how both cylinders run against each other.
Indeed. So King's Row notably is quite different from the last two maps we've been playing here. There's not, I mean, you do have high ground for Widowmakers to use, but ultimately it's not really the deciding factor as much as it was in these first two maps, or at least with good tank play and good frontline play, you can negate a lot of that sniper advantage.
Yeah, and with just a limited high ground, it's not too high, it's high enough to contest with heroes of limited mobility. We'll see how it works as we see the Golden Boys opting for a somewhat bunker comp here with the Symmetra, and with No Potential opting for, looks like a Sim Hanzo. So we'll see how that works out now.
No Potential, or excuse me, Golden Boys, if they stick with this competition, it could be interesting. I don't think they will. I think they're just messing with us, but if they do, it'll be joy to watch at least. But let's talk about No Potential, who already rolled out and have locked in their composition. The Mei and the Hanzo. It's an interesting one.
Absolutely. And as the buzzer goes, we'll see Golden Boys rolling out completely on this comp, as they called it, the boss comp, as they were worried in the thing there. The teleporter going off as the Bastion gets set up, shelling in. The Mei will go off, but you know what? With enough damage, the Bastion won't care about that, as they have the entirety of the control of the point right there. Everyone's shelling, everyone worrying, but how are the Golden Boys going to contest this? They need to get the Deeper down, they need to get the Deeper down now to try and contest this, to get the ticking on, as they have the Bastion putting in the pressure. But what they're going to do from up there, as the Hulk goes in, won't get anyone right now, as it looks like the point is completely uncontested from both sides. The wall goes in again, but won't get anyone, unfortunately.
So, I mean, this high ground bunker composition that we see from Golden Boys is putting a tremendous amount of zoning in, but ultimately, in terms of capturing the point, you do need to get somebody on it. And there we go, Decap. Sliver of HP, but will manage to get onto the point, gets the progress going, but oh so low, gets picked off.
Yeah, plus I'll get down door in the return, which is very, very big. Klaus getting down. You know what? That got a Bastion putting out an insane amount of damage. Needs to get on point to contest to get that percentage taking up. Because in Overwatch, that's all that matters. The wall goes in again, but you know what? You say that doesn't matter. You say it doesn't go. And finally, the team goes on to the point, and you know what? They're going to take that corner there. They're going to take it, and they're going to say, you know what? You cannot contest us. So here we are, and here we are, and here we. We'll take down the Immortality Field, and we'll take down Dummy God, and we'll take down whoever we like. It all comes back, but you know what? Even a Hanzo on the left side, is it going to matter? We'll get the wall off. Retrospect takes down Clue, which is big. Dog will take down the D-Mag, but even with that, Retrospect takes down Taztane, and Joey Jr. takes down Clouds, with Decaf takes down Door, and even with the Amplification Matrix, it doesn't matter when you've got a Bastion behind a shield, and when you can put enough damage out, that Bastion is going to win.
Indeed. So finally, Team Golden Boys pulled the trigger. They rotate onto the point, and once Domi God goes down, it's just free farming there for the Bastion. And now, no swaps from either side, so they will be coming in with their respective ultimate advantages. Taztane taking an interesting off angle here. Not sure if he's gonna find anything. Nope. Does not find anything to his liking, and the cart continues to roll. There's the Bastion.
There goes the Tanko as the wall goes in front, Rente, as the Immortality goes in, Demigod will take it out, and be Neon's Immortality Field gets taken down. The Dragons goes in, try to stop it, but Taztane will get taken down by Beam in return. Purple goes in as well, try and contest this, but you know what? Golden Boys are just gonna roll on through as they all come back from it. The wall goes in again, but they're like, you know what? How can we contest this? How do we stop this push where they've got, you know, they're pushing harder than us, they're pushing with more ults than us. We've got to stop them on some point.
This could be a good opportunity here. The whole hog goes in, they lift up the Bastion, but nobody's really able to follow up on that, and Baven eats Jerry Jr.'s Blizzard. That was possibly their best option in terms of finally displacing this pirate ship, and it's just yoinked away in an instant by Baven. Very good play there.
God, you've got to look at everyone from No Potential there, and you just look like, okay. While you ate that ult, you're reeling. You know, you tried so hard, but you had that one ult. That one ult there. The coalescence goes off a little bit early from the Golden Boys there, but you know, the 1E entirely through the prior push. As we come into the next thing, where Ghost comes in and the tank ult goes in, we'll see how that happens there. Preciso, Raven taking down Demigod in the background, Jerry Jr. taking down Frosto, which is big, Decaf taking down Tatsine in the background, Retrospect nearly getting down to 1, but they will be saved by the Fade there. Raven taking down the mech for Door, and Dory taken down by Beam, yes. And Joey Jr. getting frozen out and killed, unfortunately, as a charging Reinhardt goes in. Just managed to get one, but you know what? Retrospect will take down Q and Demigod. Oh, even though being put up by an Ana, you know what? A lone Reinhardt is a sad Reinhardt. Even though supported by D.Va, and an Ana might survive right now as the charge goes in. Will be in the background as the bomb doesn't get anyone. Prosto will take down Demigod because you know what? A lone Reinhardt is a sad Reinhardt as the Ana goes into the mini health pack. Will try and keep anyone up they can, but you know what? Graviton is the only hope they've got, but the beak says that. Oh, Baben will go off by the edge by Neon. Well done. And the beat goes off the other team as well. Jerry Jr. getting Prosto and Demigod again on Beam, which means even though his Blizzard's going off, how are they going to stabilize? Klaus will get down to Tastane. Oh, and it's a hard fight right now. There's just two supporters in Retrospect will be taken down by Clue, and it looks like by the skin of their teeth, No Potential will survive on that pseudo goats.
So there a lot just happened there, and you know, at the start of this map, I mentioned we needed individual members from Golden Boys to step up, and Decaf absolutely stepped up right there, walled off the Ghost composition as they attempted to flank through the left hand or that mega health room there, and it bought them a lot of time, or it bought them a lot of free kills in that mega room.
Oh, as the shatter goes off, and Demigod will get down Prosto, which is huge. But you know what? They're just pushing forward as Door gets Decaf, and Baben just jumps off because they know what? They're like, this is the end. This is what we need to do. We need to reset. We need to reconvene. We need to get ourselves together.
Indeed. So one ultimate there for a one fight is an absolutely amazing trade in terms of swinging the ultimate economy back in their favor. And, you know, in terms of halting that pirate ship, getting the pick onto Prosto at the very end of that fight really prevented them from snowballing all the way to the end. They almost did 0.02 meters left, and now it looks like they're going to be trying to do it now.
As the Coalescence and Bonga goes in, the Graviton goes in to try and counter it as Graviton bomb! Won't get anyone out, sadly, but Klaus gets charged by Demigod in the confusion. Baben get down Demigod in return, so it's a 2-2 here. Back and forth, we'll see how both teams are lost by their thing. By their loss, unfortunately, as the wall goes in and the B goes in, but Door gets down Prosto, which is very, very unfortunate right there. Jerry Jr. getting out Decaf, as it looks like the entire push is going to swing to No Potential there with 1 minute 10 down. It isn't looking good for No Potential.
They invested the bonk, or I'm not sure. I don't think they invested the bonk actually. Maybe they did. I might be blind, but you know, they don't really invest there in terms of ultimates, and got the sound barrier out, so now you're looking at a Death Blossom potentially, which might be countered by the Transcendence, but if you can pick off that Zenyatta, it's easy picking there for the Reaper. Klaus also coming up on a sound barrier here, so this is Team Golden Boys fight to lose here.
Absolutely, as Golden Boys speeding with the Coalescence and the barrier, expecting everything here, will get Transcendent as 12 goes in on Will it make a difference as the hammer goes down and Jemmy Jr. and Demigod get out Baben and Beam, meaning both tanks are down for the Golden Boys, and Door will eat the decaf ult, but you know what? That's an amazing eat, but Tastani will take down Foster and decaf will be punched to death by Clue, kicked to death as it's Zenyatta. And with 10 seconds remaining, how are we gonna convene this on the Golden Boys being gravitoned at the spawn there?
Oh, back up in progress. Will they get it?
Whoa!
They get it! The C9! Absolutely incredible!
Phenomenal work there.
My eyes I do not believe my eyes.
Respect.
Oh my good gravy.
Proving their worth. You know, they say, you know what, I'm the main support. You know, you don't see my plays. You don't see my worth alongside the DPS. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna fade out. And I'm gonna cap that entire point. I'm gonna make that on my own, and that's a play you have to respect. And you know what? That's exactly what you want. That's exactly how a match gets won.
I mean, I thought Golden Boys were as good as dead there. I thought the push was all but over, and I No Potential clearly thought that too, but they did not keep track of the Moira. The Moira just fades to point, and well, objective-based game. If you don't, you know, keep the objective in mind, that's gonna happen to you, and that's what we call in the business a organic, grass-fed, all-natural Charlie Niner. So that's really unfortunate there. For,
I mean,
No Potential.
Unfortunate for them, perfect to see for us. It was a very beautiful play. As we both teams coming in here, one with the Dopes, as I'm led to believe, and one with the May Reaper.
May Reaper, the bane of ladder, or at least I'd like to think so. I personal bias here, but I am rather sick of it. Let's put it that way. Let's put it nicely.
I mean, as a plat chap myself, I'm somewhat unfamiliar.
Well, either way, so it'll be the Ana Zen. I don't even. I guess it's Ghost. 3 tanks, 3 support, whatever. But they will attempt to find the Ghost, but it will not go down.
As they go in, purple going on to Taztain, but no, Prosto, sorry. Prosto will manage to escape with their lives just as the Wayne will go in again, but not really getting one off, which means it's push time for No Potential as it all goes in there, postulating around the point there, around that statue. Jerry Jr. will get down retrospect, which is huge. That's a big source of healing right there that you lose, and that's the problem with 2-2 is if you lose your main healer, then you're done. As they push in right there, the Zarya forcing that main block there, and they will all posture around the hotel. The Zenyatta getting a lot of shots in there. Beam having to fortify for it. Beam getting taken down by Door as the pushing goes, as the entirety of Golden Boy gets forced off the point. There's just one wee Lucy on point, but we'll get taken down with Joey Jr. Even though war going in and Coalescence, will they manage to convene on that? Going around the hotel, managing to lose at least a tick. Oh, the Zoe going in to try and contest that, as well as Presto will get taken down by Demigod there, as well as the May get taken down by Door. And looks like there's 2 on point compared to a 6. That's not how you want to play it. Baby getting D-Max and taken down by D-God, as well as Jerry Jr. being taken down by Demon. You know what, if you're just 2 healers, it's not going to work. You don't have the health support to take that point.
Thank you. So, ultimate. Oh my god. Speaking of ultimates, look at that left side of your screen. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, the ultimate chest is just so great that I'm going backwards in time.
Hammer down goes in as Clue gets Beam and Jerry Jr. gets decaf down, and the D-Mech on Bean as Baben goes down. Baben gets down Clue. Baby Diva goes wild, yo. Jerry Jr. gets down Frosto, but the Baby Diva get taken down by Jerry Jr. in respect, because you know what, you're a wee Zenyatta, you're like, oh, I've got the hitbox the size of a truck, and as a wee baby with a gun attacking me, I guess I'll die.
So in terms of what Golden Boys really need to try and prevent Jerry Jr. from just flanking, the new team changes are just absolutely absurd right now. Zarya just does so much damage. The sneaky Graviton, is it time?
And here it goes. Oh, the bomb goes in. Well, we'll get retrospect out, which is huge. As B goes in instead. As everyone's prosperizing around the Nano, but Demigod will get down Beam and Klaus and Decaf with it. This is an amazing Nano as the charge goes in. Oh, it'll just force Demigod into the back line. Oh, That was an amazing push there by No Potential. They're just saying, you know what, you're going to stall us, we're going to stall you right back. Come on, then. As the wall goes in, but Bia will go down. Demigod being taken back to the Valhalla of Bia as Golden Boys push back a little bit, getting Neon out. But you know what, you've got that second point, so you can't be sad there.
Indeed, and I really like the aggression that came out from No Potential there. They just push the spawn. There's absolutely no fear, but they do get walled off and punished for that aggressive play. And Jerry Jr. finally, the high energy Zarya will be taken care of here. That doesn't seem to matter though. It seems No Potential will still want to push.
Oh, Hammer Down goes in as Demigod is just going wild as the bomb goes in. Doesn't get anyone thanks to that amazing. As the Graviton goes in, will it manage to get anyone? Who knows right now? Well, Beam will get taken down by Jerry Jr., which is huge. Take down Klaus, again, huge. As the barrier goes in for the No Potential door. Eat the Blizzard, which is an amazing... There's only one D.Va on the point, and you know what? One D.Va is a dead D.Va. Even with a D.Va, even with a Zarya shield. Baby. Oh, managing... Well, charge against Jerry Jr. and Beam in the same charge there. Bomb goes off to the right side door as the one Tracer comes in. We'll get booped off. We'll get charged away as the point gets pushed in by No Potential.
So this is a first to 3 map wins. So even though Golden Boys can no longer win the map, they should at least try to fight for a draw here. Try to prevent this series from being wrapped up right here, right now. And yeah, I mean, it was a bit Hail Mary there from Decaf in terms of throwing in that Mei ultimate at such long range, and when you haven't really frozen the D.Va or anything, Door's just gonna eat that up. And I mean, that's 2 Mei ultimates this map.
It's very unfortunate, but also, you know, you've got to commend Door there for hitting the ults in the first place. Because, you know, while you say, and while it's very easy to say, you know, you just throw them in. If you're the D.Va player, you've got to be like, right, you got to track the ults. You got to say, right, I think this player has the ults. I think I've got to eat the ults. And, you know, you've got a lot to track. So Door is not slacking there. They're putting in the work. But saying that, you know, both teams pulling out the goats here. They're, well, I say that. Make me a liar there, Taztane. Oh, make me a liar there, Taztane and Jerry Jr. This is a very interesting comp we see from No Potential.
Double shield. If they stick with this double shield and a Symmetra,
Bastion.
I'm not quite sure what's happening here. We'll have to wait until the buzzer goes off, and they will be running an interesting composition. I think the game plan here is just to set up and gradually advance the Bastion, just overwhelm their defenses with the pure amount of firepower, and you can already see it happening. Golden Boys are just backing up.
Oh, saying that, the purple goes in on Demigod and Door. We'll get a beam goes in, but we'll get taken down. Charge there. Baben will get taken down, but Klaus, Baben's Mac, Prosto, Decaf, and Baben and Baby will be taken down. That's an amazing charge there. Oh, that's how you push a first point.
I mean, you did see the flank around from Team Golden Boys, but an amazing anti-nade comes through, but it's just too little too late. They're not in time to sort of stop that competition from just rolling onto the point.
I think you're going to see it here where, you know, just the amount of damage coming in, even though the immortality field's down, everything's happening around you, you're purple, but you know what? You're just going to jump in there, you're going to put out as much DPS as you can, and you're going to win the point.
Indeed, so very well played here from Team Golden Boys, but unfortunately they will not be taking this series.
It's sad, but a fourth map is being tossed around for Gitz and the other one, though the Golden Boys have lost a member, so we'll see how it works out on the production side.
It does seem like that Golden Boys do not want to play that fourth map unless they do sub someone in.
They're saying that.
They'll be heading out here, and we'll be seeing No Potential in the finals, and we'll be seeing you very shortly for semifinal number 2.
Absolutely. Saying that was an amazing comp right there, amazing competition right there. Golden Boys, you know, even though they got defeated, they were an amazing team pushing up against that force that was no potential. You know, they held them on several maps. They just fought them back, and you can't be sad. You know, you can't be sorry with that sort of competition against them. Just unfortunately, no potential pushed a bit harder, wanted it, you know, maybe wanted a bit much, and they got the win at the end of the day.
All right. So if we are ready to head to break, stick around. We have semifinal number 2 coming up very shortly.